So here I am in Cheltenham at the Royal Well bus station, and it's about 10 o'clock. I've got to wait 20 minutes for my coach, and then that'll take me to Bristol. Then I've got to wait 2 or 3 hours there and catch the coach from Bristol to Bristol Airport. And I've got to wait till 6 in the morning for my plane, and then 3 hours later, 10 past 10, I should land in Catania. Then I've got to wait for another couple of hours. And then I catch the coach to Marina de Ragusa, and then I'm in Ragusa, and then I'll meet George and Martha and Roger on the boat and begin the trip. Hopefully the weather's a bit nicer than it is over here. It's going to be a long night. So after waiting around all night, I finally boarded the EasyJet plane. It was leaving from Bristol Airport at 6 a.m. in the morning, and off we went to Catania in Italy. This is Mount Etna. She's an active stratovolcano on the east coast of Sicily, in between the city of Catania and the city of Messina. And it's actually one of the world's most active volcanoes. So I've got to find George's boat. It's out here somewhere. I've just got to Ragusa Marina here in Sicily and it's warm and I'm wearing a jumper. So that's not brilliant, and that's George's boat over there, I can see it. Heritage, that catamaran over there, so I'm gonna go. He's given me the key to get on board, to get through the gate, and I'm just gonna put my bags down and get out of this jumper and put something a little bit lighter on and relax, because it's been quite a long 24 hours. This is Marina de Ragusa in Sicily, and it's a lovely place. There's a really good atmosphere here, and you can tell there's a really nice community of people. And one of the first things I did was have a look around and look at some of the amels that they've got here. They had about 9 of them. That one there is called Camino, and it's owned by a guy called Graham, who I would later meet in Tunisia. Ragusa is a great place to go out and explore. It wasn't particularly touristy, and there was loads of narrow streets and interesting shops and things and places to explore. There's a nice beach there too, to walk along in the mornings, take Roger for a walk. Ragusa is a hilltop city in southeast Sicily, and its old town is beautiful with many Baroque buildings and churches and palaces, and it's a lovely place to just walk around and explore with its beautiful narrow streets. I also enjoyed the marketplace in the town square. It was always bustling with life, and it was a great place to sit down and have a coffee and watch the world go by. Once I got settled in, George took me up to the wine shop where there was a really enthusiastic elderly Italian lady with plenty of vigour, and she let us taste all her lovely wines, and she sold it in 4 and 5 litre cartons for about something like €14. So we got a couple of those, and also went and got a pizza at the local pizza place, which was lovely. Again, €6 or €7. I was beginning to really enjoy this Sicilian way of life. Okay, so George has just gone out to walk the dog. It's Monday today. We've spent most of the day in the engine compartments trying to get the engines both working right, and we managed to do that. We went out in the morning to the hardware shops and bought some hose and sorted out the impellers and the hose and everything, so that's cool. Engines are running fine, and then we went out for a walk, and I'm just sat on a boat now, but it's super windy out in the marina. Hopefully we're gonna get off on Wednesday and sail to Malta and see what the weather's like. It's been a bit windy here, but apart from that, it's lovely. And we had pasta for dinner, seafood pasta. It was nice, lovely, and I'm looking forward to, I think Martha's cooking a curry this evening, so that'll be nice. Roger's just gone out with George to the beach to have a walk, and I'm just sat here on the boat babysitting and just having a chill. Today we went round the hardware shops, which was hilarious, and everyone was trying to help us, but we couldn't buy the right hose. We had to buy a high pressure hose for the boats, 20 millimeters. We did get it eventually from the Chandlers, where I bought a lure to do some tuna fishing. Fingers crossed, catch a tuna. That would be nice, yum yum. And yeah, it's been a lovely day, but a windy day, and we've done the engines, at least for now, until something else goes wrong. So me and Martha and George went out to have something to eat at this very nice restaurant in the marina. I had a pork dish with pasta around it and truffles, and it was delicious. And I think I got a bit squiffy that night. I can't remember much about it towards the end, a little bit too much wine, I think. So this is day 5, and we're leaving the marina in Ragusa, Sicily, and heading towards Malta, I think. Day 5 for me, and that'd be nice to go somewhere new. It's been really windy here, and we've only just got the chance to sort of leave, and luckily today the contract's up and it's not as windy as it was, so fingers crossed we have an okay trip. So it was time to leave Ragusa, and we set off out on a cloudy day and waved goodbye to the marina. And when we got out, it was a little bit choppy, it doesn't look it. We put the main up, and then we decided to put a reef in it before we set off. And then we headed out for a lovely sail. It brightened up a little bit later, and we had wind for most of the way to Malta, so that was really nice. As we started out, it did get a little bit choppy. You never really see how high the waves are on these videos, but it was a bit bouncy, but I was thoroughly enjoying myself. Pretty cool, huh? Roger. You have to keep Roger busy during these sailing trips by playing with him either with a rope or with one of his toys. But he's a good boy. I think on this particular day we took 3-hour shifts each, starting with George and then either me or Martha, I can't remember, but we split it, and it's about a 50 nautical mile sail from Ragusa to Malta, so it was a good all-day sail. We didn't see any dolphins or whales on this particular trip, but the weather cleared up later and we had a good sail. Well, eventually, after a 12+ hour sail, we arrived at Malta. Malta by night. Well, by evening. The wind dropped out, so we put the engines on and motored towards where we were going to try and pick up a mooring buoy in Mellieha Bay.
Now I'm like, oh, I hope I've got 300 square foot.
300 square foot? Roger's ears flapping in the wind. It was a beautiful evening, and there's something really special about just arriving into a new country on a boat. One that I'd never been to before as well. After a bit of toing and froing, we managed to find ourselves a mooring buoy which had a couple of ropes on it and it seemed pretty sturdy, so we moored up to that, and that became our base for the next couple of weeks. And the next morning we woke up to a beautiful sunrise and this little sparrow joined us. And I thought, oh, that's lovely. And then they proceeded to try and build a nest in the boom and became quite annoying after a while. So although this looks an idyllic picture and it was lovely for the first morning in Malta, those sparrows became a bit of a pain in the butt. Mellieha Bay is Malta's largest and most popular beach. It's located on the north of the main island on the outskirts of the village of Mellieha. And that's us anchored over there just behind that windsurfer amongst the other boats. And that's the boatyard there. And the water is just crystal clear here and warm. Really nice for a morning swim. So every day I made this long schlep up into town, so I really did get my steps in. I was averaging about 25,000 steps a day just to walk up in town and back. Well, I've gone up the road and got to where the give way sign is, and Martha said you go up the steps here, but you know, I'm not sure whether she was just having me on here. We'll see. It looks quite steep. Onward and upward, eh? Let's go. That up there is Mellieha's parish church, and it is a really stunning building with absolutely beautiful architecture. Okay, so I've just brought the dinghy in. I've made land. I'm in Malta, and yeah, I'm just gonna have a little explore around and see what there is to offer here. It's a lovely day. Left George has got to do some work, so left him on the boat, Martha and Roger, taking the dinghy out and just exploring the town. Should be fun. So this is Mellieha, and it's perched on the hilltop of northern Malta, and it's got a really local and laid-back feel to many of the island's more developed southern resort towns. And the people here are super friendly. I don't know whether it's because they like, you know, English people or the British people, because we supported each other during the war, but everywhere I went I felt very welcome and the people were super friendly. And in here is the church and part of the World War II museum. Also on the opposite side of Mellieha is the Popeye village, and it's where they filmed the Robin Williams Popeye film. And they left the set there and they've turned it into an attraction. And I didn't get to go and see it, but it's just over the other side from Mellieha. Walking up these hills, it's good for your legs. I'm going to have calves like rocks. Very steep walls but beautiful streets. Trying to find a little cafe where I can grab something to eat. I've just had a nice coffee, lovely. And now I'm going to find somewhere to sit down and have something to eat. I just had to stop and look at some of the houses. They're so beautiful, and the colours of the fauna here is just amazing. I absolutely love the houses and the scenery here. It was absolutely stunning. It's really worth a visit. as usual, I was feeling hungry and I was ready for some food, so I found myself a nice little restaurant and I ordered some ravioli. I got into my pasta because we'd just come from Sicily, and I ordered a bottle of wine, a nice Sauvignon, and dug into my garlic bread and my ravioli, and then watched an accident occur just outside the restaurant. It was the local police, and there's my ravioli. Lovely. This car was amazing, absolutely amazing. This guy pulled up in it and I just had to go in to take a quick shot of it. That's the bay down there, and that's where we're moored. And this is a little underground, it looked like a dungeon, and I went down there and it's actually an underground chapel, which was really interesting. May we have some bananas? Of course you can. Okay, so today I went into town and booked a tour for tomorrow, so it means I've got to get up really early tomorrow morning and get into the marina at about 8:30 in the morning. We depart about 9:30 and then we go to lots of different places and maybe go swimming and see different coves and that. Do some filming and explore. And that should be fun. A whole day till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm a bit tired tonight, so I'm probably just going to have an early night. It's been a great day. I've been out exploring and yeah, been a lovely day. Caught the sun. And now I just think I'm going to relax. I've just had something to eat, just cooked myself some spaghetti, and I'm just going to relax and have an early night, and then tomorrow on for more adventures. Nice. Well, that's about all I've got time for on this episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you do, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. Next time I'll be exploring more of Malta, including visiting the islands of Comino and Gozo, and also visiting the city of Valletta. But more about that next time.